In the rear hip. We talked briefly in week 1 about in the heel feel video about creating coil as we go forward. That coil not only allows us to have some pace and some adjustability in our load forward, but it's also putting some muscles in a stretch that are going to help our rotation and our launch. When we coil, we're putting that back femur into internal rotation. When we get into internal rotation on that back leg, we're putting the external rotators into stretch, which allows us to be more violent, more aggressive in our rotation forward. It can be difficult to see what the femur is really doing in the course of the swing, but we've seen multiple clips of hitters as they're starting to come out of their coil and launch into rotation. We'll see that back foot slip open. So we'll splice in a couple videos right now to give you some examples of that back foot opening up, telling us that external rotation of that femur is what's launching our pelvis into rotation. Once we go over those clips, then DJ will give us a couple exercises to help with hip movement and hip mobility.
So 2 exercises we like to do as a mobility warm-up. Majority of our guys do this, especially our catchers, like I said. It's called a hip roll. So Chris is going to start here with his knees straight. He's going to take his knees to one direction, keeping his feet where they're at. And then from that position, he's going to rotate to the other side. Make sure he's staying neutral. Good. So next one he's going to do is to get into that side position. He's going to really work his internal rotators here and try and lift his ankle off the ground as his his knee stays on the ground, his heel's coming off the ground. You should feel really working, gaining that range of motion right through here. So there are 2 simple exercises we like to do just to increase internal rotation through the hip.